Hey, I'm Ollie Matthews, health coach for some of the world's most busiest, and stressed out people. Which, to be honest, we're all getting pretty stressed right now, and we've been more stressed this last year than probably any other time in your lives. And one of the things which has jumped up for me a few times recently is something which I've shied. My floor is obviously not straight here. I'm just moving to the left, to the left, to the left. Anyway, something which I've shied away from talking about is weight loss, and actually promoting that it's something which I am very good at helping people with. And one of the reasons for this is that usually it's a big marketing ploy that I see people doing, that we're going to offer this 90-day transformation, this 28-day transformation. You're going to drop 10, 15, 20 pounds, whatever it is. And honestly, I hold my hands up that when I used to personal train and when I used to actually be more focused just on transformations, it was something which I would talk a lot about. And I would say that I was doing it in healthy ways, but honestly, it was not a healthy way of doing it. 5, 6, 7 years ago, back in the bodybuilding world, that getting people to drop a lot of weight, or maybe working with an MMA fighter to drop a lot of weight, it looked awesome from the outside in. But what was happening with these clients' health, which again is kind of a harsh thing to admit, is their health was not as good as it could have been if we'd have looked at performance from the inside out and looked at weight loss as a sustainable method. Because so many people, we want these quick fixes. I get it. I want these quick fixes. I want to know how to earn an extra 6, 7 figures in 30 days without spending any time doing it. I want to know how to do that. I want to know how to drop 50 pounds in 10 days. I really do wish there was something that would do that and keep it off. And one of the frustrations I would get is that we see these transformation pictures. You don't see many transformation pictures from me because I look at stories. When you see any videos from a client, it's what has this coaching done to this client's life, to their family's life. Not just here's someone before and here's them after, looking really, really good when it comes to what their body fat percentage is. Yes, there are some like that, but they always have this transformation story behind it. And what I got frustrated with is that seeing these stories afterwards from these people, a lot of these people would go down and then rebound up. And that's when I started looking deeper into it. What can we actually do? Having my inner fat kid, my inner person that didn't drop that 100 pounds, I would look at what was going on and I would just be pulled towards these methods that were doing it, thinking there must be a better way than simply stupidly restricting yourself and making you feel really, really drained of energy just to get that after picture. And that was where I started looking deeper into things, as to say, what are these sustainable methods? Is it possible for someone to drop 20 pounds in 2 months and improve their health, improve their brain function, improve their resting heart rate, improve their heart rate variability, get them to sleep better? And then I started working with people and doing it. But honestly, I did not talk about it that way because I got worried about people saying, oh, well, it's just calories in versus calories out. Yes, if you are not a stressed out individual, simply dropping your calories and increasing your energy expenditure is a way to lose weight. It's basic mathematics. You spend more than you earn, you're going to get into debt. We need that to get you to lose weight. But the problem we have is that if you are stressed out as an individual, you have a highly stressful job, a highly stressful home life, you have a stressful environment around you. There's all these different things going on, and we try and put you on a big calorie deficit, then your body is going to fight against it. We're going to see hormonal problems going on. We're going to see inflammation going on. We're going to see differences in the way your brain can function. Your sleep is going to be worse. And yes, it may be very, very good for you to drop this weight in theory by being on this calorie deficit, but your health goes straight down the pan because you're just highly stressed. And as a result, what happens from causing this extra stress to be put on your body is that you just fall off. And we get that frustration going round and round in circles, that you start a diet and then you fall off and you get very, very frustrated with yourself. Or you start an exercise plan and then you fall off and get very, very frustrated with yourself. So when I look to work with clients, and I'm actually going to be working with people specifically on weight loss for a minimum of 3 months, really, really looking to improve their health, what I'm going to look to do is go for a full-on health screening. We're not just going to say, here's a food diary, fill that in. What exercise have you done? Fill that in. How do you feel right now? Fill that in. What I do with people is we look at how this thing up here works, our brain, how that works. We look at how our brain functions and do a full-on brain screening. And we look at your health history as well, because where we are right now in our lives, I'm 34, 35 on the 21st of May, if you want to send me a present, but I'm 34 until 23:59 on the 20th of May, and that clock strikes 12. I'm going to keep saying I'm 34. But my health right now has been made up of all the things that I've gone through up until this point, from serious illness as a kid, really high levels of asthma, of eczema, poor gut health, being in and out of the doctors all this time, having to have a nebulizer around to make me sure I could actually breathe, to trauma when my dad died, to overeating, to emotional eating, to depression, to eating disorder when I was competing in bodybuilding, all these things, to food poisoning, to whatever it's been through. All these different markers up to this point at 34 years old has got me to my health right now. And the problem that so many people look at is that let's do a food diary and let's look at your exercise and let's improve from there. The reason I became licensed as a functional medicine practitioner is to look deeper into this. Look at what your environment has done. Look at what your food has done up until this point, and then find ways of implementing better strategies to allow you to drop that weight without really making you feel like crap. So I have a client that she's getting ready for a serious operation, and she came to me and said, look, the conventional medicine side of things, they need me to drop these 30 pounds, I think it was, or 35 pounds in a really low amount of time. I said, look, we can try and do that. We can get you to drop a good chunk of that. But what I am not prepared to do is to get you to drop that just for this operation, which as a result, you're going to have lowered health when you get to that operation. And then your recovery from that operation is probably going to take 2-3 times as long. If we can get your health improving, so your stress levels are lower whilst we're dropping this weight, so your sleep is better, so your relationships are better, so your business is better, and all these other things, you're going to be able to recover probably in 50% of the time that it would take you if you didn't sort those things, and should not have any other repercussions as a result of that. And I am really, really passionate at pushing forward this health message to allow you to drop weight, to allow you to improve your brain fog. And remember, health isn't always about weight loss. This is just a topic I'm focusing on with you because it's got my back up a couple of times, seeing people promote these quick transformations and then seeing or hearing different methods that are very, very unsustainable. 20 pounds drops and then 30 pounds go back on, and so on, and people feel like crap. So we look deeper into what is going on, the stress from the past, what is that caused up to right now? What do we need to look at with a top-down view, not just looking at diet, not just looking at exercise, but looking at your daily routines. If weight loss is something you want to do, and you really want to drop probably a big chunk, and you recognize how that's going to help you, how that was going to help you with your whole way that your body feels holistically, like deep down, simply drop me a message. And we can talk further about how we can get you dropping that weight. If you've been someone that has been frustrated because the scales just haven't moved when you've tried all these different things, simply drop me a message. We can chat about your weight loss journey and get you moving forward in a healthier way. Stop those cravings, stop falling off right